Susan HOWORTH-PRITCHARD.
May I proceed?
This is the second time that I'm speaking to the court, and today the way I feel is I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling disappointed, I'm feeling robbed, I'm feeling I'll never see the right outcome of what's happened, and I'm hoping that you, Judge Derderian, will collaborate further with everybody here, and you will come up with a better outcome than what you've established so far, even though you've told me you will not do that. That's what I'm looking for. I appreciate everything that you've done. I think you've been most respectful towards the people that perished and the families. But I know you can do better, and I'm asking you to. I want you to, and it's the right thing to do. I don't expect it, but I'm asking you, and I would like that.
I certainly will attempt to explain the reasons why things have transpired as they have later this afternoon. Whether it satisfies you or not, of course, is entirely up to you.
You're absolutely right. I could be satisfied. I could be very satisfied with an explanation and some logic and a formula.
You may continue.
Thank you. When I wrote my letter to Judge Derderian, I wanted to make sure that I represented myself, the impact to my father, Carlton Howarth Jr., and the impact to my mother, Eileen Howarth, and the impact to my brother's daughter, Elizabeth Howarth, who was 3 at the time of the fire and is now 6. The impact to me has been mostly physical health issues, migraine headaches, and essentially just reviewing all of the details of the fire, reviewing what the medical examiner explained to me about how my brother perished from poisonous gas, reviewing all those details. They just wear away at my immune system, so my headaches, I just can't get rid of them. No matter how many Excedrin I take, I can't get rid of them. So that's a daily thing. But with my mother, the way her immune system has been eroded from all of the details of this tragedy is her immune system, the stress, it's mostly the stress of the finances and the stress of listening to how this trial has, this proceedings have gone. It caused her to be diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's large cell lymphoma, so she's gone for her first chemotherapy yesterday. She has 2 tumors, one on the right pelvis and one on the left pelvis. So that's the impact to my mother. My father has been to Brigham and Women's Hospital 5 times since the death of my brother. And so the physical stress has eroded his cardiovascular system. Fortunately, brilliant Dr. Campbell Rogers, who's the chief cardiologist, and the catheterization lab team of doctors at Brigham and Women's have placed 15 stents into my father's arteries, and that stabilized his blood flow and has maintained life for him. My sister, Diane Howarth-Dooley, she experiences overwhelming sadness, and the way she copes with it, her sadness, is she goes to my brother's grave and she places fresh flowers on his stone, and she puts new pictures of my brother at the stone, and she talks to my brother and explains to him why he perished that way, what happened. Because it was like somebody had, all these innocent people that perished, they have no idea what happened to them. They don't know that a poisonous gas just came over them and murdered them. They don't know that. So my sister explains it to him so he knows why he's not around. And she explains to him that his 6-year-old daughter is doing very well in first grade, and she's very intelligent, and she's able to study and read and become a really good little girl. Right now, Elizabeth is talking to me on a regular basis about why her dad's not around. And she keeps asking me, but Sue, where is he? He used to come and pick me up after school every day. Why can't he come here anymore? And the only thing I can tell her is that he's in a different place and you can't see him anymore. And you just need to continue and follow your teacher's instructions and just be a good girl and make sure you know how to do your math and your reading. The one thing about Elizabeth that will never go away is that she loved her daddy very much, and he loved her back equally as much. The only way I can describe them is they are like peanut butter and jelly. They just complemented each other in every way. She looks just like her dad. She has dimples in her cheeks, and she has his trademark dimple on her chin. She has this real powerful zest for life. It's truly outstanding. When you see her across the room, you just know all this positive energy is coming towards you. Like Bud, she loves people and she loves music. And she makes as many friends every day as she possibly can. She seeks out people and she seeks to draw out the best in people. She wants to know them, she wants to play with them, and she wants to talk to them. I have to tell you that as her aunt, and from a mother's eyes, what Elizabeth has experienced, this is Elizabeth's impact since her dad died. Like I said, she was 3.5 when her dad died, and when her mother told her, and the rest of us told her what happened to her dad, she sat at the table and she tapped her forehead, trying to soothe herself because she couldn't figure it out. These were words that she thought she didn't understand, and she thought, I don't like these words. She couldn't sleep, and she would ask her mother to play with her over and over again to all hours of the night. This went on for like 3 years. The worst day of my life was when I had to take her to her dad's gravesite, to the stone in Cohasset, Massachusetts. My dad and I tried to explain in language a 3-year-old could understand, as the wonderful counselors and clergy had explained to me that her father was underneath the dirt in a box. Elizabeth touched the dirt and looked at me and said, I want to go now, which I learned is a normal reaction for a 3-year-old in a traumatic situation. Back in the car, I looked at her face, and she looked out the window at all the headstones, and I hope I never see that look on her face again. She looked devastated, and even scarier, she looked totally lost. As the years have gone by, she celebrates her father's life and has positive memories of him. For those of you who have heard that children forget their father, their mother, their grandparents, or other people who have played an important part in their young lives, I'm here to tell you that for Elizabeth, her memories are vivid. I asked her this week what she remembers about her dad. She laughed and remembered him yelling at his dog Cody for making a mess in the house. And she remembered kissing him with chocolate all over her face and making chocolate all over his face. And she remembered him snoring, and she remembered watching movies with him, and she remembered listening to him sing. So today when we hear rock songs on the radio, she always says, well, Daddy would love this song. We have gone to counseling since the fire. The hardest thing is not knowing what is going on inside her head. I only have behaviors and conversations for guidance. Her questions and comments about the fire have changed as she has grown. Elizabeth Howarth has asked, did Daddy hurt from the burning foam and the fireworks? Why don't I have a daddy? It isn't fair. Can I go see my dad in heaven? Can what happened to Daddy happen to us in our home? Why did Daddy go there if he knew there would be a fire? Is he the only one who died? Why didn't he run, Mom? Why didn't he run? Can Daddy see me from heaven? Did he see my ballet show? Why did the band want to hurt Daddy? Is Daddy standing next to God? Are you going to die too, Mommy? She tells me repeatedly that she wants her dad. She still thinks of him and cries for him, and I have to explain that no one will ever take place of your dad, but he can't come home from heaven. Elizabeth doesn't care about money or profits. Elizabeth doesn't care about fortune or fame. She doesn't care about pleas, political agendas, careers, or egos. She just loved her dad, and she's angry and very sad that he is dead. She has told me that the people who make the mistakes and that made these mistakes that caused this to happen should be punished as she is when she does something wrong. Like any aunt or parent, I want to protect her from pain and help her know in the future understanding the consequences of one's wrongful actions. Now I can't help her learn the lesson to protect her from the pain, one day learning that the justice system failed miserably to do its important function, protect the innocent and punish the guilty through due process.
Thank you, Ms. Pritchard. Thank you, sir.